If you're a TikTok shop seller or you're looking into it, you've probably heard the word GMV max getting thrown around everywhere, and you might be wondering, what the hell even is this? Well, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what GMV max is, how to implement it with your brand, and what no one talks about with GMV max. And by the end of this video, you should be able to apply these steps that got us 200K in revenue in a single month, strictly off GMV max. But that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and hop right in the computer. All right, we're on the computer now, and we're going to be breaking down how to run GMV Max ads. But first, we need to break down what GMV Max even is. It's literally just TikTok ads. Same thing that Amazon has PPC, Shopify pretty much has Meta. TikTok has GMV Max, and that's just the format they call it. And all it is running ads on winning content and your product card. And let's just say if this video has blown up, it has 1 million views, GMV Max will pick it up and spend money behind it. And that's pretty much got us $186,000 in a single month strictly off GMV Max. And I'm going to be breaking down specifically this store because this shop's goal is only to get the highest ROI. It's not to get the highest revenue, the highest return on investment, right? And that's why our ROAS is so high, 13. We're averaging probably 14 to 15 now, but it's insane. And that's the biggest thing I want to talk about that no one in the shop space talks about. What is your goal with GMV Max? We all know now that GMV Max is literally just ads on the TikTok platform. But what's your goal with it, right? You should always know what's your goal with every step you make, specifically when you're a brand owner, right? So in my opinion, there's 3 different goals with GMV Max. There's either increase your revenue, increase your profits, or there's a hybrid. And we're going to break down every single one. So let's just say if you want to increase your revenue, you are chasing the highest GMV as possible. I would say this is where a ROAS is around 2 to 3. And you should be able to be at break even at 2 or 3. You should be able to break even. If you're not, maybe change your price, change your commission structure. But you are chasing the highest revenue. It doesn't matter if you're getting a 3 ROAS, doesn't matter if you're getting a 4 ROAS. You want the highest amount of revenue possible per day. Now, let's just say you want to increase your profits. This is going to be you are chasing the highest ROI as possible. You could honestly get maybe close to like a 20 ROI with like a decent budget. Like obviously you see this store, we have a 13 ROI with a $14,000 budget. It's a pretty hefty budget, right? For an entire month. And now we're trying to increase these budgets to close to 1,000 a day and hopefully stick around the same ROAS. That would be the goal. Now, let's just say if you're having a hybrid, which in my opinion, most people do mess around with the hybrids. That's what normally everyone goes for. But they go for it without actually knowing they're going for it. And you should be aware what's actually your goal with GMV Max. And the hybrid is you are aiming for the highest GMV with the best ROAS. I'd say it's anywhere from 5 to 7. Maybe it's even 4 to 7. Once you're talking about like those big numbers where you're spending maybe $10,000 to $20,000 a day with GMV Max, you might only be getting between the 3 or 5 ROAS by what I've seen. But I would say 5 to 7 is pretty healthy. Now you might be saying, how to get GMV Max to work the best possible way, right? Because it's not just as simple as running it and that's it, right? Like we don't just turn this on, put $14,000 in the budget and boom, we magically get that. No, there's actually steps that we have to go for. And it runs ads on videos from your brand, right? So let's just say if your brand has 3 videos, it's only running ads on those 3 videos. And that's if these 3 videos have the ads turned on them. We're just taking the assumption they do for the sake of this video. But if you only have 3 videos posted for your brand, it's only testing and running 3 videos. Once GMV Max deems one video that it's not good for ads, it will never test that video ever again unless you go into GMV Max and put some budget specifically behind that video if you truly believe it's a good video. But in my opinion, you should not do that. Let GMV Max handle it itself. What you should actually be doing is focus on posting more videos, because having it running and testing on hundreds and even thousands of videos. Like on our new shops, we aim to at least get 20 to 50 videos posted per day on a brand new shop, right? And obviously that's when you have to ask yourself, am I going to be posting the content? Am I going to be seeding a punch? Am I going to get retainers, right? But your goal should be posting as much videos as possible and make sure you're not cutting corners with quality, because quality does matter, right? If all of these videos are terrible, then GMV Max is going to be terrible. You might as well only have 3 videos, right? It's pretty much the same thing. But always don't cut no corners. Trust me when I say that. And you might be asking, how do you do that? Obviously, focus on the daily videos posted, like I mentioned, and the quality as well. Like heavy emphasis on the quality. That's the beauty with GMV Max. You only focus on the videos, which helps the organic content and the ads. And that's why GMV Max is such a cheat code, right? That's how we're able to get such great returns with a good amount of budget, in my honest opinion, with our stores, because we're focused on making sure the content is really dialed, the organic content, right? Is going viral organically. Then once it starts dying down, GMV Max picks it up and it goes viral even again, which is amazing because the creators still get commission on GMV Max, right? Sometimes the commission structure is different. So let's just say, for example, your commission structure is 20% organic, then 10% on ads. It helps you because that 10% of leeway, you could spend it on ads now, right? So it just gives you a bigger budget, in my honest opinion. And like I said, first month of launch, I aim for 10 to 20. Honestly, it's more like 20 to 50, but I just said 10 to 20 for the sake of this video. And now you got to ask yourself, is it going to be seeding, retainers, or yourself? My opinion, when you first launch a brand, you should do some videos yourself. Get down and dirty. Understand what makes a good video, because once you understand what makes a good video, you can start hyping up all your affiliates, telling them the do's and the don'ts, and your content brief will get so much better. And all of this jam-packed matters so much in GMV Max, because if you don't have nothing, if you don't have none of this dialed down, GMV Max will be terrible. You'll lose money on GMV Max, like serious money. I know people spending $200, $300 a day getting not even a one ROAS with GMV Max, and that's just because they don't have it structured the right way. You're focusing on the wrong things. You should only be focusing on making sure you're posting high quality videos and a shit ton of them, right? You want GMV Max testing every single day, and that's our goal, right? With some shops, we're posting close to 200 or 300 videos a day, which is insane, but that comes at scale, right? And you start answering some questions. Are you going to be seeding a ton? Are you going to be putting a ton of money behind retainers? Or do you just want to get down and dirty and make some videos yourself? And in my opinion, it's a hybrid. It's a mixture of all three. And remember, videos in equals money out, right? The more videos you're getting posted every single day, the more money you will be making with GMV Max. And honestly, it's a really simple breakdown, but it doesn't take much to like run GMV Max the proper way. And in my honest opinion, no one talks about the goal with GMV Max. You should fully understand the goal, right? You might talk to some sellers and be like, hey, I'm getting a 13 ROI. And they might say, hey, I think you're stupid. You should not be at a 13 ROI. That means you're not spending enough. Well, what if my goal is to increase my profits? If my goal is to increase my profits, then I should be chasing the highest return with the highest budget, if that makes sense, right? So let's just say if I could spend 1,000 and get a 20 ROI, I'd rather do that than spend 1,500 at like a 10 ROI, right? Doesn't make sense. So always understand what is your goal with GMV Max. And in my opinion, most people should be at the hybrid, but sometimes, let's just say, increasing your profits is the best. Sometimes increasing your revenue is your best. And now you might be asking as well, when does it make sense to choose a certain one? Now, in my honest opinion, we're choosing to increase the profits on this shop just because we know we could really milk this a good amount. And we're still getting natural spillover with our other channels. Now, in my opinion, we also have other shops that we're just increasing our revenue. We want to push so much revenue just because we know we push more volume out, we get more units sold. More units sold on TikTok means more units sold on Amazon, and that's just a natural spillover of things. But you should 100% know what your GMV Max goal is. But at the end of the day, whatever your goal is, the input's still going to be the same. Your input should be focusing on making high quality content. And like I said, whether that's you, whether that's retainers, or whether that's seeding, that's when you decide what to do. But like I said, I think every brand owner should have made content at least once just to understand the structure and what makes a good video. But hopefully you guys found this video useful. And if you want a free entire course on how to launch a brand with TikTok Shop, the course that actually got me A through Z to 200, 300K months as a TikTok Shop brand owner, it's going to be linked down below. Make sure you guys have time to watch the full video. Do not watch it in 2x speed, 3x speed. But if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys give it a like, give a subscribe, because I'm posting weekly videos on how to help you crush it as a TikTok Shop seller.